פרק 73 חברים, אנחנו פה עם החברים שלנו מאלטה, עם אלינה שהיא ה-go to market בחברת אלטה, ועם מור שהוא ה-co-founder של חברת אלטה. אמרתי נכון?
אמרת נכון.
יפה. טוב, אנחנו נעשה את הפודקאסט הזה גם בעברית וגם באנגלית, ונעשה אותו פרי סטייל. אני הכנתי הרבה מאוד שאלות, כי מעניין אותנו ומעניין את המאזינים קצת לצלול לכל העולם הזה של הסאאס, Software as a Service, אנחנו בקושי מדברים על זה בפרקים שלנו, ועכשיו אנחנו רוצים לצלול קצת יותר, אז אותי מעניין להבין בכלל איך הקמתם את החברה, מאיפה התחלתם, ואז גם לצלול קצת לטכני, לאיך אנחנו קונים נכון, ואיזו אסטרטגיה דיגיטלית אנחנו יצרנו. And let's get started. So, Alina, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So, hello. I'm in Alta for 2.5 years now. I'm leading all the go-to-market efforts in the company. My background is historically in business, development, go-to-market, growth, partnerships, and things like that. Before Alta, I spent almost 4.5 years at Monday.com, where I built partnerships from ground up, and that's where I met some of the founding team.
Yes. How many members from Alta are coming from Monday?
Not sure we can disclose it, but over 50%.
Wow.
Very talented people.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think in Monday, that's where I learned a lot about growth, moving fast, experimenting, A/B testing, and using data to drive all of those activities together. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Great.
And my name is More. I'm one of Alta's co-founders. This is my second startup. Previously, I was co-founder at Experity. Scaled it from $0 to a few $1 million in revenue very quickly, and then we got acquired.
When did you start it? In which year?
Experity, 2018.
And then
immediately after the acquisition, we started working on Alta.
And it was in like what year?
Early 2023.
Wow. Like 4.5 years, and that's it.
Yeah, you know, when you're saying it like that, it sounds very easy.
No.
We've been through
fast.
COVID, and we've been through ups and downs, and it also what happened in Alta. Like you're with us from day one, right?
Yes, we know the evolution about every step on the way.
Yeah.
Till this final product for now. Not final.
It's not final,
yeah.
Never final.
We'll talk about it a lot. So, long story short, doing a lot of product market fits in my life.
Amazing. Okay, talk to us about
let
Guy.
me introduce myself. My name is Guy. I'm the PPC specialist managing Alta account over a year and so, maybe year and a half. We are with Alta since they changed the product for the first time and until now. And it's a pleasure to work with you.
זה פעם, אני עובר לעברית, זה פעם ראשונה שאנחנו מארחים חבר צוות. תמיד זה אנחנו פרי סטייל, אני ועידן, ועכשיו אנחנו מביאים את גיא התותח,
תודה רבה.
שהתחלת לעבוד על אלטה מהפעם הראשונה, מהרגע הראשון.
כן, מהרגע שנחתי ב-PPG.
מדהים.
סוף הדרך, אחלה אלטה לגמרי.
יפה, אחלה אלטה. גם קיבלנו מתנה לפני הפודקאסט, זה בפעם. Yalla, more, tell us a little bit about the product evaluation, or Alina, I want to say.
Evolution or product first?
Evolution.
Okay, so you want to talk about the evolution then?
Whatever you decide.
So I think as part of being a startup, it's doing a lot of small changes in the product, in the marketing, in the branding. And we started 2 years ago with a product that now is our back office.
It's like, I don't know how many startups do what you did. Like, you're just saying it in a sentence, but it's a huge difference than what you started.
All of the startups. Maybe a few are not doing it. Like
when you start one product and then eventually you market another product?
In a way, you need to do a lot of pivots. So it's not necessarily like doing a new product. Also, our previous... Wait. I'll answer your question about who we are, okay, and how we got there. So we are an AI native go-to-market operating system. Elena will talk about it in a bit, but we started as a RevOps solution, revenue operations. We started with analyzing data of revenue teams and give them insights about how to get better ROI.
And the challenge came from Monday, or you saw the need for the product?
Yeah, my co-founder Stav was leading an internal tool at Monday called Big Brain that helps the revenue teams to understand where are the bottlenecks. And over the years, more and more companies reached out to her and asked her, can you build a Big Brain for us?
Every partner that we work with
Amazing.
at Monday, we showed them Big Brain because they were like the channel partners.
It's an internal tool that you build inside of Monday.
Yeah, it's built for connecting data from all the different sources, from products, from paid campaigns, website, CRM.
It's just like Funnel.io, like what we're doing, or
but you also can do actions there. You can provide grant features, block account, extend trials. So it's a combination of big back office BI, but it's built specifically just for marketing, sales, and CS. It's not for engineers to use. It's not Tableau and what other tools like Funnel.io. I think it would take me some time to figure it out. There it was easy, and it's not just reports.
Who thought about the name? Big Brain?
I mean,
it's probably
a great name.
Yeah, Roy and Eran were part of it. They are the CEOs of Monday. I remember that this is a funny story. In 2017, I was in a program called Zell in IDC.
Yeah.
And then Roy came to the program and said, if I weren't the CEO of Monday right now, I would start working on Big Brain as a company.
Wow.
Every partner that we show Big Brain, they ask us, can we sell Big Brain? Like everyone wanted Big Brain.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember for me as an outsider to see the first evolution of your product. It was really helped me to understand how you could do it without Big Brain or without Alta. It looks really complicated.
So you wanna tell the full story?
I think the full story I can talk for hours. The long story short, it's that with understanding that the product gave a lot of value, but there wasn't market fit. We saw that the demand specifically for this product, people weren't for the RevOps product.
Okay.
For analytics.
There were a few problems, but we saw that the champion in the organization, which is the RevOps, didn't have the budget to pay for it. And we also saw it in the marketing. We had people coming to explore our website. Do you remember? We did a lot of analytics
maybe
about
Guy will talk about it a little bit. We don't need to talk about numbers, but we will struggle to get the results that we want to see.
Definitely.
And you saw it not only inside of Google Ads or our marketing.
The cross channels.
Yeah.
Cross channels, yeah. We'll talk about our analogy to oil, to the oil industry soon. But we developed it for over a year, and people liked it. And we said, okay, how we can leverage it to the new also AI revolution. And this is how we came up with our agents, Katie, Alex, and Luna.
I think you started the whole, we see it in the auction every day in Google Ads. You started, you don't remember how many competitors there were in the generic terms.
I remember.
Remember every time, because I remember I saw 3 and right now I see 10.
Every morning.
Everyone just jumped into this ocean. Yeah, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the product?
Just to add, basically what More said, people were coming in, but then everyone was asking us, what do I need to do to improve my revenue, right? Because we were analyzing CRM.
The clients. Okay.
They were saying, okay, the insights, but what's this next step I need to do to scale? And the timing of agents and agentic technology was not a coincidence, I guess. And we realized we can also help customers execute on the data and not just get insights in the text and then go figure out how to actually get there. And I think this is how we came up with the agents that execute. And I think this is also why our agents are much smarter than other agents. And I'm not saying it because I'm biased. I'm saying it because there's an actual layer of data and brain, bigger brain, that helps them to make actions.
When did you start? When did you figure out, okay, we need to switch the product? It doesn't it? Because of what the client told you, because, I don't know, the investors.
We had lots of clients using the first product. Hundreds of clients, and we got a lot of revenue, 6 digits in revenue in a year.
I want the listeners to understand, when do you need to adapt? Because the product, people are falling in love with their product, with their websites or whatever they sell.
You called me. You remember?
Yeah, you called me. I remember something like this.
That we need to change something.
Amitai called me, and it's crazy. You told me, listen, I'm not sure that the marketing is working. And there's something called product market fit, and market maybe is the second word, but I think it's the more important one in the initial stages. And if you don't have high demand for your product, it's a sign. And we saw that, and when we realized that the demand is decreasing for these kinds of keywords, we realized that maybe it's time
search is like something
For
that you need
us as a
to be there.
marketer, we felt like there is like not a dead end, but we need to make some change, or maybe to allow to you, Alta, to do some thinking about it, because we was with our hands tied with this. We really struggled, and the CPA was super high, and there is not much of conversion, and performance was low. So I remember this call between you and Amitai.
I remember that the amount of demand was not like now, like it was too low.
But I think this is why like Google Ads is a great channel for testing and doing market research. So for example, the way to start, you can first understand what are the search, like what is the volume.
Before you started the first product, did you go to the keyword planner and try to understand like the amount of demand there? I will ask my question again. Like, did you surprise like any number that you thought about? I thought it was like 1,500, and then came to reality that it's not this kind of number.
I think that's why it's called product market fit and not just market fit, because there might be a demand for a solution, but maybe the product in the current the setup might take time. The price is not good, so you need to make sure demand and supply or product market fit is actually there. So with Luna, actually, I joined 6 months after it started. And then
Luna is the RevOps.
Luna is the RevOps, is where we started originally. And I think it's also how do you position it? It's not, because it's not a BI tool. It's like, what is the messaging of your product? So even though you can have a high demand for BI software, which is a high search term, high volume search term, but then people who are searching are engineers, like data analysts, but we're not building a product for them.
Yeah.
So then how do you understand the amount of
which are the people that actually search for those people?
So even though you can understand the volume, but you might not understand you need to actually run a campaign to see the conversions, to understand the cost of the conversion. What is the conversion? Is it a trial or is it book a demo? So there's a lot of questions to answer.
Actually, I remember this one point when we had the struggle to define between a student and people that need the tool for work. So this is
exactly. So there is a lot of steps you need to understand. So yes, search volume, it's a good sign.
You stole my paper.
I borrowed it. I borrowed it. Here you go. Yeah, I can borrow you again.
Anything else you want to add on the product and the whole evaluation of the product?
I think it's important to say that we are obsessed with our users, with clients. I think we spoke with the hundreds.
This is the most important thing. Like like everyone that listened to us, the most important thing for me, this is what I think, that you need to listen to your clients all the time. Like people see the clients as numbers. You guys actually talk with the clients. In e-commerce, it's super different because you have a lot of orders and you don't speak with everyone. But
still, even when we have the free sign up and it was Gmails or Yahoo's or students, we asked them, can you join a 15-minute call? We'll give you $15 for it.
Amazing.
And then they came up. We asked them what was
you learned a lot
what were
from
you
this
looking
process.
for? Yeah. And we realized that there is a revolution right now with AI, and we're part of it because we started the company with AI, but the expectations of the users changed. Like people are now getting addicted to chats and to write something and get results. And this is how we came up, how to leverage Luna, the RevOps, the data analytics part, to do it more actionable. So you can write something and she will do something.
She create this kind of dashboard or present this kind of metrics that you want to see.
And what more than that? Like not only dashboards, how can she help you get more revenue? And
well, you should target. Cool. Like for example, you can ask her, what is my best segment, right? And if we have CRM connected, which is an advanced, I would say, users doing that, then we can tell you, okay, based on the revenue so far, your best performing segment is e-commerce from Italy, I don't know, between 50 to 500 employees. And then actually the AI SDR agent that we have, she will find these people either on LinkedIn or other channels, and you can reach and target them.
sometimes you're surprised with the answers, like sometimes because it's all based on AI, you see different answers to different prompts, to different questions.
One of the biggest challenges
you
of
can learn
creating an
also
AI product is to make sure that there's like a
variety
safety guard, like something that will make sure that it gives the right answer. And this is part of the quality of the product.
Yeah. Okay, Alina, you want to talk about the marketing penetration strategy?
Yeah, sure.
It's a yeah. Go ahead.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
So I
And then we jump to the marketing. Afterwards. Yes. Go
You can
ahead.
have a paper. No, but I think at least I personally trying to find always unconventional ways, but at the same time not reinvent the wheel. And it's basically balancing between being creative and also not overcomplicate things that happened before. And we come up with a term called brand acquisition. I don't know if you heard this.
First time that I'm hearing
I think I have a clue.
I heard about brand performance. But
No,
right now you're
brand
talking about brand
acquisition. We use
acquisition.
brand
Okay.
and acquisition to grow brand and acquisition. So it's actually two things together. And it basically helps us to leverage all the channels and maximize our ROI from each. So I'll give you an example. We combine brand campaigns, like we do campaigns, and I guess you'll talk about it different ways that we leverage Google Ads and YouTube. So we do YouTube ads that are not... by default focused on acquisition, but more on reach, right? To reach as
Awareness.
many brand awareness, to reach as many people as possible that are relevant. And then what happens a lot of time, people just see it and then either they go to the website directly or they just type in Alta in the search.
Yeah, and we can see that the correlation between once we started with the demand gen and generate so much impressions, and the video was so good and so informative. And we can see from month to month, it's one of our KPIs to see how the search volume to Alta in UK, in USA is growing by the month.
Yeah.
So this is super cool.
So once we do that, then they go to our website and they might convert, which is great, but they might just close it because it usually takes a few touch points, especially in SaaS, before they convert. But if they get to their website, they got to the retargeting audience, and then we can also retarget them again. But even better, we actually do outbound campaigns using our own product for the people who visited our website.
But how do you do it? Like people who visited the website
There is a ways to understand that at least on the account level. So let's say, I don't know, let's take Coca-Cola. Okay, so you can see that someone from Coca-Cola, there's different tools to help you understand it. And you can identify people that are relevant for you in Coca-Cola based on the region. Also, you sometimes get the region where they came from. Usually US is easier to track than European visitors. And then you can reach out to people in Coca-Cola, or if there is 6 people from Coca-Cola visiting your website, okay, meaning that there is some sort of intent or problem that they're experiencing, and you can reach out to them on LinkedIn. At the same time, we also have agents that are reaching, let's say if you come to the website and you fill contact us form, you get immediately a reply from us, which is actually our agents behind the scene that are reaching out on LinkedIn and email and calling, for those that are relevant. And therefore you're combining all these channels into one engine, and it goes, let's say, YouTube, website, outreach, and the same comes from outreach. So people we reach out to and they open our emails and engage with our emails, we also can get them and reach out to for YouTube as well.
So it's like a breathing
it's like
file
a loop. It's like a loop.
Exactly.
It's a loop, and we always need to bring more. So I think brand awareness campaigns, events, things like this are important for us.
We'll talk afterwards on the measurement. Like it's super interesting how to calculate the ROI from those campaigns. Anything else more you want to add? Or we're good?
I think most of the listeners are from e-commerce, right?
Yes.
So I think a big
It's the first time that we
differentiator-
talk. It's the first time that we talk about SaaS. But continue.
I think the big differentiator is that SaaS is subscription model. And also it's not one time. You don't go to the website and buy something.
And that's it.
And this is why brand is so important, because maybe in the first time you see the website, you ignore it, and then you look after it and explore it like a few days after. So being very pushy and all this revenue wheel super helps our conversion rate in total.
But you're going with a full confidence about, I know what's my LTV. I know that I have a good product, that the user will stay with me, I don't know, for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. And then you know that the acquisition is super important. Like most of the accounts that I'm auditing, they don't really differentiating the acquisition and the retention. Here in SaaS, it's super
they're
easy.
looking only for the first purchase.
Yeah, we're going to the first client, and then we're like in our job, we're leaving him. Okay, in e-commerce, we all the time needs to be pushy and get to the retention. Like I believe at 90-10, like 90% of the budget needs to go to acquisition and 10% of the budget needs to go to retention. Yes, most of the clients that I'm auditing, I'm seeing 50-50. Just by allocating the budget like this, you will increase the revenue of the bank account
and
eventually.
On those clients, when we keep the 90-10% difference between acquisition and retention, we can see a huge growth from month to month.
But it's super interesting to run, I don't know, I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's super interesting to run on retention in like Google Ads dimension. Like already people, you need to see, okay, they didn't use the product for the last, I don't know, 10 days, let's say. So let's try the free tools, emails, SMSs, whatever you want to choose. And then let's, I don't know, do a video on YouTube, like on new features.
Yeah. But it's also important to say that we can, I'm not sure how it's going with e-commerce, but there's a strategy called land and expand. So you just need to get him to start with a small part of your product, just to give him fast value, he'll pay for it. And once you're there in their organization, you can expand to more tools, more agents in our case, more capabilities, and they will...
like a proof of concept or something like this.
Yeah, and then they will upgrade the subscription. So this is why we're like you asked about measurements, and Elina and I are
I will talk about
daily.
it.
Okay, so
I will talk about it because I'm a fanatic on measurement. Okay, let's go to Google Ads.
Yeah.
What's Stratrgy? Guy, go ahead.
So from our end, we had some great success with the PPC with Google Ads. We gathered some wins.
Go to the start. Like when we start,
Sure.
let's go with the product that we're working on right now, not with the first one.
So I think I can start by telling our listeners how we start with the infrastructure of the account. How we start by funnelizing a high intent keyword and start by working with exact match because the competition was high and the CPC was even higher. And then from there by gathering data. And
don't forget only desktop at the start.
Desktop for a start, yes. So we start with a really strict account setup, gather the data, gather the conversion. From there we optimize, and became once the system learned our signals and we got the conversion, we moved to a broad match, and then we're getting a lot of more traffic from other direction and long keyword, and then we managed to lower the CPC, get a lot of more traffic inside our website, and from that we had a game with measuring. So our measuring was evolving day by day. We started by measuring every lead just to get started, and from there I remember this phase where we measure a non-Gmail user. This was a signal for us that they are work-oriented or organization-oriented. From there, we move forward to a purpose. We let them choose the purpose once they book a demo. So if it was a work or student or personal use, and every step on the way, we climb and get more and more accurate with our measurement. Until now that I think we are on the edge of finally optimize for MQL. So this is a great event.
No, because I think that the listeners that actually is doing SaaS, I think the first thing that they do, they go to Google Ads, they run on everything, desktop and mobile, and run exactly on MQL. It's not working. It's not working when you have one at 60 days.
Yeah,
You're smiling. You're smiling.
Yeah, because I'm your mouth in the office.
Okay,
when I'm
okay, I know. You argue with everyone. Okay.
Yeah. They say
We can argue here.
Yes. No, but
can do it here.
I don't think we have enough time. That's what I'm scared about.
I want to add another thing. When we started working, it's the first time really that I did like SaaS. It was 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. And I started jumping right into HubSpot. HubSpot is an amazing tool. And I took all the numbers from Funnel.io, HubSpot, Google Ads, and then just started messing up with all the numbers, like started building the same dimension. It's super important that the listeners will understand that eventually the bank account is the HubSpot. HubSpot is really where the magic happens. Like you need to understand. And if you just pulling the data from MQL, from HubSpot to Google Ads, it's not the same conversions that you see as HubSpot. If I'm taking the conversation to e-commerce, it's just like Meta is telling you got 100K, Google is telling 100K, and I have only 100K in bank account. So this is the situation. This is the way I see it. But we need to run on like, let's say, 2 more platforms. We started, I don't know, LinkedIn and Facebook, and let's see let's add up the MQLs and see what's happening in the bank account. You guys want to add something on Google Ads? I want to also say that what? I want also to say that you guys as a client, we talked every week and did changes every time. We took all the data from you guys and we do the performance inside of Google Ads. Like we have. Not us, but I know on other connections that it doesn't work. Like if the client and the PPC campaign manager doesn't really talk, I don't know, it doesn't need to be every week, but talk in a consistent way to really understand the data, especially when we're talking about startup, that we need every penny needs to worth it.
Elena and I invested a lot of resources in building the infrastructure that you talked about. It's not only maybe in e-commerce, it's very direct. You spend money, it goes to your bank account if you're lucky. In our use case, it's also involves sales and long sales cycles and lead, MQL, SQL, the terms.
It can get up to 3 months, no?
In our use case, it's pretty transactional. In our new, I think it's around 37 days from lead to closed one.
It really depends on if you're doing a conference and Google Ads. It's
the intent. If they come from like competitors campaign that they're really
super intense.
Search and dimension.
Yeah,
see,
it really depends on the campaign. So it's like Google Ads is one channel, but if you had outbound like direct and SEO, and now we're also doing like AI search optimization. So all of these different channels, they have different.
Yeah.
Geo.
Sorry.
Come on.
Sorry.
We don't have an agency about it, so it's okay.
You know what happened to us in Vegas?
Oh, wow.
Me and Elina were standing in the booth and someone from OpenAI came to us and said,
He's like, okay, Alta, I just recommended someone to you. Tell me what you do. I was like, what do you mean you recommended someone? Like, and you don't know.
You saw YouTube ad.
No?
You saw YouTube ad. No.
Sorry, you have practiced this before. No, and he's like, I just went on ChatGPT and I asked, what is the best AI SDR tools?
Amazing.
And you were in the top, you were a top one. So I sent it to them, but I want to talk to you. What do we actually do?
But you started working on the GEO before that?
Yeah, we started working on GEO, I think last winter.
Very early.
Very early as well.
What do you think about that? Let's just tell me in a few sentences about it, because I'm hearing a lot with a lot of players. I don't think anyone really know how Gemini or ChatGPT is working behind the scenes.
Very high level. Elena knows more about it, I think, but it's like SEO. So you can't really know for sure what's moving the needle.
You're seeing the prompts?
You're doing a lot of noise, something will...
I like.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
We actually we have a partner that we use.
It's a secret?
No. Limey.
Limey, we use Limey.
Good friends.
We're not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Affiliate link afterwards in the episode.
So I think that's also a new startup. I can tell you, I personally don't know if anyone knows exactly how it works, but I know there's things that we know it works. For example, things like if you're mentioned in the sources like Forbes and Business Insider and Wall Street Journal, it helps. If I heard that, let's say, ChatGPT is listening a lot to Reddit, for example, like there are sources that ChatGPT listens more. And the cool thing is that they're giving us recommendations on what should we change on the website, like, or what should we do. Then we change it, we track it, and then we see if we get more traffic. In Google Analytics, you can see because ChatGPT actually puts direct UTMs. So you can see, I think Gemini Perplexity doesn't do. And
I see in J4 only ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is the only one.
Yeah, you don't see any prompts there. But in the startup that you mentioned, you see it?
Yeah, they have a dashboard. You can see the prompts, and we also gave them the keyword. It's a bit like SEO, right? So you need to have keywords that you want to optimize.
SEO,
but what's interesting is like if I'm writing a prompt, I will write it and you will write it, we will get different answers.
Right, because I guess it's based on the
history. But inside of SEO, like you see the same answers. Probably. Interesting.
Yeah, I think honestly it's a black box in a way.
Yeah.
But I think you cannot harm, but by not doing anything you can harm yourself, but by doing some sort of steps, you're at least going to be there when it's going to become more clear.
What is the infrastructure in your product? Like you're working with OpenAI, Gemini, everyone?
We're working with everyone. And we're evaluating new tools every day. No,
it's amazing. It's amazing. I heard the podcast of Base 44. Maor Shlomo.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you build a tool that you don't know what he will do. like you can wake up next week and the tool I would say
will be
OpenAI just released a new like ChatGPT 5 or 6. The product is 5 or 6. The product is like
it's like much better.
Much better.
And this is one of the things now when you're developing a product, you need to be like a step ahead of it in a way. Like you need to make sure that you're not step behind.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that you're
every time you check all the LLMs.
Yeah, we have like an internal tool we've created to evaluate or do quality tests between different models. Sometimes even, it happened now with GPT-5 when it was just released, it was not as good as 4 in the same.
I don't love it.
For different tasks.
I always change to 4 as well.
I love it, but I heard a few days ago, I heard Grok like release a new mask, a new feature that like all the scoring of other LLMs are much better.
But what we've realized is now the difference between the models is not significant as it was, and what really moves the needle, it's more of the context you provide. Yeah, but now you can upload files. Okay, for example, and it depends not only the prompt, how much, like we have the data of our clients, the CRM data. So think about it. We can tell them, these are the clients that we converted into closed won. These are the leads that were converted to closed won. Can you, and then this is how they use Katie, our AI SDR. Can you find similarity between these leads and looks alike, and maybe what helped them to get converted and so on? And this context makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with upload more than 10 files to ChatGPT or Gemini.
שלום חברים, אנחנו רגע עוצרים את הפרק. אם אתם אוהבים את התוכן שלנו, אנחנו מזמינים אתכם לעשות לייק ועוקב, בשביל שתוכלו לקבל התראה ברגע שעולה פרק חדש, ושתעזרו לנו להפיץ את התוכן לאנשים נוספים. תודה רבה והמשך האזנה נעימה.
Okay, I wrote the last thing that we want to talk about is the world of SaaS, like a huge buzz.
Actually,
go ahead.
About PPC.
Yes.
And I think we spoke about the YouTube, that it worked really well for us.
Yeah. And we didn't talk about measurement. Okay.
How many views do we have?
You stole all the paper. Okay.
How many views do we have right now?
I actually checked this morning. We have 1.2 million on Katie and around more than 150K. 1.2 million in the last 6 months, and the new video
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
And you have the differences between the paid and organic?
It's total views.
Don't know
but I would assume 95% are paid.
Yeah,
but I just want to refine about that we don't use YouTube as an awareness. We use YouTube as a dimension running on short with the target CPA. So this was one of our evolution in the good way, because we started with YouTube and we got a lot of exposure, but no conversion. And once we optimize for CPA and we have all these signals and data, there where we get all those leads and MQL.
Right, but I can also tell you that data is lying in a way. When you look into direct impact, it's the same as ChatGPT example. People see a YouTube ad, and then very often they just go on the browser and they look for Alta, or they just remember the name and then they come, like we were.
You won't see nothing inside of the campaign.
You won't
see nothing.
But then the salespeople give a feedback saying, wow, this new YouTube video is great. Everyone is mentioning it on the call. Or we were at the event in Paris, actually at the AI Summit, a big one, and there was at least 2 people who came to the booth and say, hey, this is Katie.
When we did the radius, right?
No, they did it before.
Good point.
They came actually and they saw, I saw the video like a month ago, just because there's our ICP there, like VP sales in a company that we want to target, so we actually target them. And what you're saying is another example I wanted to bring up, which I think shows the power of combining all the channels together and seeing the bigger picture. Every time either we go to an event or if a competitor is doing a big offline campaign, like let's say billboards or like big presence, we usually know about it ahead of time, and we target. We even events that we don't go to, but the competitors are going to and have like huge presence. We're targeting the zip code of the event, so we're actually leveraging their investment into our pipeline, hopefully.
And with the high intent users.
Yes, so
super intent.
If we
And
compare,
with every, like with the search and dimension and YouTube and GDN, we're everywhere.
across the channel. So even if they're not looking for, of course, competitor keywords is one that we target, but it can also be AI SDR, AI tool for sales. If there's a conference we don't go to, but it's about AI in sales,
Yeah, they will search for it.
They will search for it. So I think this is kind of like a creative way of trying to maximize the ROI. And I think in larger companies, again, maybe not e-commerce, but SaaS, sometimes it might be because you have different managers for every channel. So maybe the PPC manager does not know about an event, and they're missing out on actually.
This is the beauty of startup.
This is the beauty of
Everyone is doing everything, and
Yes.
they know about everything, and you know what the competitors are doing when they start the offline. But you said otherwise, so let's jump right into the measuring success. So how do we do it?
First, we're measuring everything. You know it.
Wow.
No, really, every step in the funnel, we know the numbers, we know how we did compared to last week, compared to previous day. We really know everything.
All the companies working based on data. This is what you're saying.
There are screens. We have 11 screens in the office.
This is my dream. I need TVs on every corner. Refresh. Every second refresh.
And then, but when you see something off, you said, wow, like it distracts you sometimes, but we're on it.
But every person in the company is what I think is like inside of the numbers. Like, how many people are you right now?
Now 23. We were at 9 in the beginning of
3. But if you're looking at like companies with 1,000 employees, how do you like all the salesperson and the CTO like know exactly the same numbers of the company that is working or not working?
It's difficult.
I mean, I think I have an examples from Monday time. So big brain.
How many employees are in Monday?
Right now it's around 3,000, I think.
Okay.
When I joined it was 70. And
Wow.
Right here, actually behind this building where we're now. But the few things, first of all, every day, every morning, there was an SMS saying, okay, this is the number of paying customers, this is the number of work signups versus yesterday.
For all the employees.
Every employee gets this number. That's part of also data-driven and also transparency in a way. So when things are going well, everyone is part of it. When things are not going well, everyone is part of it as well.
It's amazing.
You get every company meeting starts with like 10 minutes, just numbers.
Hands-on.
Hands-on.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think people talk about numbers openly. And I think a lot of times companies only talk about numbers when maybe think...
Numbers scares people.
Yeah, because I think people talk numbers when something is off. But I think you need to talk about numbers all the time, when it's good and when it's bad, so there's not going to be a pushback.
And you also need to work hard to make it simple.
Yeah.
Like...
you have a lot of, you said you monitor everything. Like I can give you 10,000 digits that you can work with.
I agree, but we have the main ones. We have KPIs. Each one of us have a KPI for the month, for the quarter, and we know the number of MQL, marketing qualified leads, the number of SQL, sales qualified leads, the number of deals created, and the number of deals won. These are the 4 main ones.
And revenue.
Revenue, yeah, it's deals won. It's like you're right.
And CAC.
This is the main one.
And CAC.
And ROAS.
CAC, it's something that
customer acquisition cost to everyone
CAC, it's funny. I want to give an analogy.
Go ahead.
About it already. But it's also related to what we discussed before, and I think this is an hypothesis I have for SaaS companies and founders.
Because you don't know, like you can put all, let's say, our budget in Google Ads, but you can put all the salary of all the employees. You can put all the, how do you say, the שכר דירה, the rent. You need to figure out which numbers are you calculating.
You need to make it simple. You need to take one decision and stick with it. You say it's only ROAS, return on advertising, then you need to take only Google Ads and
only attributed from what you see in Google Ads, what you see in HubSpot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I was about to say something maybe a bit zoom out, I think that I had a friend in New York who was an oil analyst, like, working for oil companies and doing his own things. And it's very similar to marketing in SaaS in a way, or maybe overall marketing, but in our use case, it's very similar. What you do in oil is that you spend money, a lot of money, just digging in different places, and in most cases, find you're losing.
I saw the Netflix this week
Which one?
on NFL.
Okay.
I forgot the name. He is the owner of the Dallas. I don't remember Dallas from the football.
Okay.
And this is what he did. He drilled oils until
something
came, and then he bought the Dallas.
But you know how they
forgot
call
the
it?
name.
They don't say I'm spending money on
Investing.
drilling. Investing in exploring. And this is what...
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I'm happy it's recorded more. This is good for me.
But we're investing money in exploring. We're trying different things. And when we find oil, and we find a lot
Yes.
of oil in some keywords,
Yes.
we put all in or
Yes.
triple
This is
down.
a super optimistic way to look.
No, I this is what I learned from this podcast. Just to remember, I will buy a poster with this sentence. Like, I find oil. Anything else you want to add on measurement?
No, but I do want to connect also to the avoiding overcomplicating things, and it's called analysis paralysis problem or something like that. And every time we're starting discussing numbers, and then we're getting into the detail, like in the black hole, not black hole, like getting lost because you say, okay, but what
A
about
rabbit hole.
What about
Rabbit hole.
this traffic source? What about this?
What about this? And I was like, you know what? Let's just see if we simplify it for a second and we say, okay, that's the total spend last month. This is the total number of leads. This is the total number of opportunities and so on. Are we on track or not? And this is kind of helps you like zoom out. So I think it's in a way you have to be balanced between actually analyzing details and then zooming out and see, okay, am I still on track if it works or not?
And there is also something we're doing, which I think I really recommend companies doing. We started lately doing it. Every daily, we have a daily about the numbers. We start with sign up. We're doing the flow by ourselves.
Wow. Every day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there are things you can't find in data.
Yeah,
So you need to make sure and we have a company. Yeah, we have a company, but we also have a WhatsApp group called FBI.
FBI.
We're digging into specific clients and users. And Elena, her nickname is Sherlock.
Yeah, no one can hide.
You're also doing it for the competitors?
It's super important.
Every day?
No, every day. I wish we had.
But once a week, once a month, you're
More than that, we're speaking with their clients. We're speaking with only things that are legal if it's recorded.
Yeah, of course.
No, but speaking with former employees that they can speak about.
No, but doing the sign up of them, like
most of them, this is a problem with SaaS. Most of them you can't really sign up to the platform. It's just because it's blocked with salespeople. So you need to speak with sales before. So you need to send your friends or.
Yeah.
It's something known in the industry. But we're listening to our competitors. We're just executing better.
What is the most important metric? Or there is no one? Or only revenue?
We're very focused on revenue, I think.
I think revenue is number one, and cost per MQL or CAC or whatever the name is basically how much it costs us. Because even if let's say, if you can bring someone who will pay you $1,000, but it costs you $2,000 to bring them, then there's no business here.
Of course.
You know what is our return on advertising spent?
You
Right now?
You shared with us once a month or 2 months ago or something like this.
Our last cohort in July, let's say, because in July we have already 2 months after, we reached to over 800%
Amazing.
from the amount we spent.
But it can be higher. Like if we're getting to September, you have MQS that didn't really, like you're speaking with them, but they didn't convert
so this is why,
until now.
I think that,
Yes,
by the end of October, we will be around over 1,000%.
This is the allocation. This is what you expect?
No, but I can also tell you we want to also spend more.
Yeah.
So-
No, what I want to say, like, most of the strategy right now that we're facing is based on search. So we're waiting for people to search for us. Eventually, when we go to the like scaling up YouTube, we won't see like the immediate effect of this marketing.
Right.
This will be like super like tough to really understand, okay, we're spending, I don't know, 30 grand. And then, okay, we don't see MQS, but they search for us after 1 month. And then from there, it can be like happening 4 months afterwards.
Right. And this is why I think it's important to simplify
based
and say,
on 1 month on month
you
by
can do
month.
by cohort or month by month, but in the end of the day, otherwise you're going to get in a loophole of attribution, which I think everyone who's listening to a podcast know that it's not a fun topic to talk about.
No, it's a super fun. It's just not exist. It's a super fun topic,
it's like
not existing.
About a UFO, if they exist or not.
My last topic that I want to say, and I said it 10 minutes ago, but the world of SaaS. So, you wrote a couple of things. More, go ahead.
It changed. SaaS has changed. Now there's the new era called, I really recommend reading this article by Sequoia, Service as a Software, and the expectations of users have changed. And right now, some companies see it as a threat. And I'll give an example. What we did, Elena and I have we're using Lovable and Base 44. And sometimes instead of buying software, we're just building internal tools with AI. It's a revolution.
I'm reading a lot about it.
But it's not a threat, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, but SaaS companies needs to really protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Every time there is a new competition there.
And this is another article that I recommend by Bessemer, how you protect yourself. So it's like also Iron Dome and Arrow and, it's every time there's a new threat. You have drones and then you have missiles and you need to find new modes or new way to protect yourself. So right now I think that context, and this is what we are doing, is number one. The more context you have, the stronger, the more protected you are. And the second thing is, I think, and this may be counterintuitive, is move fast. You need, now it's the money time to get as many customers as you can get, to land in their organization and to expand.
Amazing.
No, I think we are living in the interesting times. SaaS is definitely, like I like to say, there was the internet revolution. There was a cloud that everything, maybe it's, everything moved from on-premise to the cloud. And I think we're living through the AI revolution. And there's so many different things like SaaS metrics will change, SaaS pricing will change, SaaS, everything will change. The people they're hiring, everything will gonna be different. SEO is changing already.
I see right now every SaaS company that I'm trying to log in, and it's built on something around AI. They're selling tokens. Everyone.
Yeah.
This is the new pricing.
Mm-hmm.
It is, but also it's actually, if you think about it, it's an old pricing. It's transactional. It's not subscription. It's just transactional based on the consumption.
Yeah.
Like cloud providers like AWS and so on. That's how they bill you. So we're just
Google, Amazon,
Cloud, everyone.
But for now, we can see that the buyers are still in the old version. For them, it's easier. Like to our clients, they call them buyers. They give me $1,000 a month. This is what I get. $10,000 a month. This is what I get. It's easier for them. I don't think it's gonna stay for long. It's gonna be outcome based. Like it's gonna be like marketing. What is my ROI from this tool? This is how much I'm willing to pay for it.
And you're thinking about changing the pricing there, like if you're getting more profit to the end user.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the future? You talked a little bit about SaaS, but talked with me about like AI. Like let's go to 2030. What do you think?
2030, I think we can't see even 2020.
We can go to the streets. We can go to the streets. We're unemployed. No, I'm kidding.
No, I think it's going to be augmented with people. I think that right now we're seeing it in our clients. It's not replacing, it's just enhancing. So SDRs or salespeople with us can do 3 times more pipeline than what they used to do.
I think there's this phrase that AI will not replace people. People with AI will replace people. So what's going to happen. I think there's going to be, but I don't know, I'm an optimist maybe. I always say like when it was an industrial revolution and people who were working in a factory, they lost their jobs, but they found a different job in a different sector. So who knows, you know.
We have a co-worker that say the same.
Yeah.
It's not our most brilliant guy, but he's the most optimistic guy.
He's gonna hear you, I'm not sure.
Don't talk about the name.
How do you see it?
Look, I think that there were so many competitors, OpenAI, Gemini. Like I have so many thoughts about what Google is doing in the last few years, because I think Gemini is there like for the 2015, 2018. They're waiting for this tool. They're waiting with this because it's like not in the right way for them to present this product. But I think there will be a lot of tools, and I really agree with Alina. I think that everyone will be like can find their jobs in the round AI.
Internally now in PPG,
I'm working on it.
More efficient, like
no, I'm working on it. I'm working on it because I think
the weekly summary that you're sending, it's probably a lot with AI.
Yes, we're generating with AI, but I want to be like a completely automatic. I think in the PPC world, the most important thing that we're doing is analyze a lot of data. And if this data will come to me via email, but in the correct way, because I tried, to be completely honest, I tried like 20 tools and all of them are shit. All of them, one by one, they're looking amazing, everything is good, and then you try the prompt and the numbers are incorrect. So eventually I will get to the right product for any PPC campaign. For me, it's analyzing a lot of data, and we have a lot of data to analyze: Google, Facebook, TikTok, HubSpot, Shopify, WordPress, Magento. There is a lot. And eventually the machine needs to help us analyze all this data. But in the same way, in the same breath, the platforms don't, if I'm looking at 2030, they won't see everything. If I'm getting the MQLs, let's say, from HubSpot to Google, I think in 2030, they will see less and less and less because of all the cookies, GDPR, CCPA. So I think people like me and Guy are still relevant because we're understanding, I don't know, using surveys, hearing the customers, really understand what moves the needle.
Experience and maybe tool that
to every client I'm saying, okay, this campaign, what do you think about that? I don't know. Okay, let's pause it or double the budget. Let's look at the bank account. And I think this will be like in steroids in the upcoming years, because the platforms are fighting with it, but I don't see any solution. What else? We finished or no? No, I'm kidding. No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate that. Guy, any last words?
Yes, for sure. It's a pleasure to work with you and go with you and learn from you. And I hope to see you success big time.
תודה רבה. אין הרבה, בסוף זה סוג של שותפות. אנחנו ביחד
you didn't tell on the episode, how did you reach out to us? It's the first client. No, a call on Instagram. It's the first client that should, like, he didn't answer the phone. What's going on?
It was tough,
Amazing stuff. Thank you.
But we said it's good. Like, if you're doing it good for yourself,
then you can do it good for others. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
תודה רבה לכם.
ביי ביי.
תודה, ביי.
תודה רבה שהזנתם לנו. אנחנו היינו עידן ועמיתי מסוכנות PPG דיגיטל. מוזמנים לפנות אלינו לכל נושא באתר, בלינקדין או במיילים שלנו שמצורפים לתיאור הפרק. כמובן שאתם מוזמנים לעקוב אחרינו בלינקדין, ששם אנחנו משתפים עוד המון מידע על case studies ו-best practices, ונתראה בפרקים הבאים.